A look from earlier as the Nets bus arrives at the arena. No doubt this is a close.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. So the Nets starting five. Green is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's his. And it's Harden in at the point. And for the 76ers, Curry is out there with Simmons. And it's Green. Then there's Howard. And it's Harris in at the four-man position. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Right now, both these sides dealing with injuries. We won't be seeing either of them at 100%.
I agree with you, Kevin. It's been tough for both of these teams as they work through their rotations due to the injury bug. Credit goes to not only the coaches for trying to plug the holes and manage their rosters, but to the players. You know, when you're a pro, even if you're not initially in the rotation, you've got to always be ready to go. And these guys have stepped up well, the reserves.
Here's Simmons. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Harden. Right side, Irving. Puts it up from 15. Goes back up. Here's Jordan. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Jordan's got his second bucket.
Well, I like how Jordan embraces his role on this team. I mean, it's all about rebounding and putbacks for him at the offensive end.
Here's Simmons. Howard. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Here's Harden. Feeds it to Jordan. Out to Harris. Takes a three. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Down low from 10 feet out. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Simmons.
Guys, the passing ability and IQ of Ben Simmons, both amazing.
And Tobias Harris, a crusader for a cause that isn't talked about too much. He has a huge concern about sleep deprivation and the effects it has on athletes.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? While it's not talked about a lot, it is gaining ground in all kinds of circles, particularly in the world of sports, the whole sleep deprivation idea. And Harris is a guy who's conscientious and thoughtful. I love the fact that he's bringing this to his teammates' attention because it's critical. And he's certainly passionate about it. We'll see how much wind it gets with him speaking up on it.
And Harden with the stuff.
Whenever Harden sprints inside, man, I love it. Has so many ways he can finish near the basket.
Outside, Simmons. Over Harden, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and two shots coming up. It's going to be on James Harden.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. He does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
And the 76ers with some changes. Mike Scott's checked in for Howard. Shake Milton comes in for Seth Curry. And Maxey subbed in for Danny Green. The Nets also changing it up. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Here's Claxton, and stolen by Simmons. And here they go. Maxey passes to Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
Tell you what, fellas, like seeing Harris be engaged from there. I mean, refusing to settle for the simple layup. Nice finish.
And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons. His age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of career where he becomes a solid shooter later on.
Keeps it alive, and it's Aldridge on the follow.
Boy, that's exactly the kind of activity on the offensive glass that makes Aldridge special.
And here's Maxey. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Scott kicks to Harris. Clock at 6. Banked in off the glass.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Now, here is Irving. Defended by Milton. Irving attacking. That one goes in.
Boy, he's got outstanding balance. Kyrie Irving is so good at converting through contact. For a little guy, he's one of the best I've seen.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Reedy's checked in for Tobias Harris. And it's Korkmaz in for Ben Simmons. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Griffin's checked in. Now, here's Maxey. Here's Reed. Great D that time from Irving. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Here's the floater. And it's Brown missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Boy, Aldridge commands so much defensive attention. There's bound to be somebody open on every possession. And this time, LaMarcus finds him.
Here's Maxey. And there's the pass to Korkmaz. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And still a close game. And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed the scrutiny that players have to deal with.
For me, it comes with block.
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Actually out there with Shake Milton. Then there's Howard. Then it's Reed. And it's Korkmaz in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now, in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. I'm going to agree.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
They get it again. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Curry's checked in for the 76ers. And a change for the Nets. Green's checked in. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
And it's Simmons penetrating. A putback, and Howard with the second chance points.
Such a great rebounder. Athleticism and length. Dwight Howard knows how to use those gifts that he possesses.
Harden against Simmons. Harden's shot is off. The 76ers leading by 3. It's Korkmaz in the corner. Outside, Simmons. Jordan against Howard. It's stolen by Green. Oh, here we go with Griffin. Nobody back there. And Griffin slams it in.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Simmons dishes to Howard. Outside for Simmons. Fades back. Howard. And Howard with the second chance points. Howard's got 6.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the 76ers with some changes. Tobias Harris is checked in for Reed. Green comes in for Korkmaz. And Maxey's subbed in for Ben Simmons. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Harden the pass to Brown. Pass to Claxton. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Brown.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And you talk about the perfect veteran wing player. Danny Green's right at the top of that list. Solid defense, good shooter, and plays within himself.
Now here's Harden. He's covered closely. Inside, here's Claxton. Some solid defense from Harris.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
6 on the shot clock. There's the triple. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Greg, the experiences that Danny Green has had over the course of his terrific career, it's hard to match.
I mean, he's won multiple titles in his career, done so in different places with different types of teams. He's seen it all and knows what it takes to succeed.
Outside Curry. Howard kicks to Curry. And Harris wide open. He shoots. It's good on the putback. Howard's got the lead up to 5 now for the 76ers.
As the game has gone along, they've got more and more aggressive on the backcourt.
Well, it's paid off with a greater rate of stuff.
Oh, what a play!
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Maxey passes to Howard. Out to Harris. Bobbed up there for Howard. No good on that one.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
And some good action.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that does it for our...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Tobias Harris, he has really been playing well.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Harden. Green is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Jordan in at center. Outside, Green. Simmons on the wing. Here's Scott. The rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Irving. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Irving's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Nets. Here's Simmons. Dishes it to Scott. Outside for Simmons. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
Marcus Aldridge is checked in for the Nets. Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. Harden against Simmons. Outside Irving. Over Milton. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
You can't allow Irving that look. You just can't give him that. He's too talented a player.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Scott binds Milton. A floater. Another shot. And the layup is up and in.
How about the perseverance offensively? I mean, following up the missed shot, and that results in second and third opportunities.
You've often heard it said that sometimes it boils down to who wants it, but who wants it is also tied to putting yourself in position to go get it.
And stolen by Simmons. And now Philadelphia on the break. Scott kicks to Simmons. Chalk up 2 there. Simmons got 6. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Reed comes in for Tobias Harris. And Maxey subbed in for Ben Simmons. Maxey passes to Howard. Now, here's Maxey. Back to Howard. Shot clock at 6. That shot is off. Nets leading by 3. Here's Brown. Pass to Irving. Over Curry. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Maxey.
You know, what comes to mind first when you think of Irving is his handles. Rush hour tight, but also his dynamic ability as a scorer.
And the Nets making a change here. Claxton's checked in.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Here's Maxey. Goes back up. And Griffin sends it back. And he's able to get it back. Outside Irving. And he makes that one. Irving's got 10 points here in the second half.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Maxey. And he gets it to go.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
Ben Simmons, he's checked in for the 76ers. And then for Brooklyn, LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Johnson in for Irving. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
You know, guys, when you look at those numbers last year for him, I think it does affect how much you're willing to go after contact because you're a little fearful of getting to the foul line unless you're in the and one situation. Too many trips to the line when you shoot it as poorly as he does actually can hurt you.
The try by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Simmons is driving inside. I'm telling you, he's going to sky up for the flush. Getting to the bucket in no time.
Brown finds Griffin, and the rejection by Curry. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Some changes for Philadelphia. Scotty's checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Korkmaz. And it's Shake Milton in for Curry. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there. And you rarely see the vision and playmaking of Ben Simmons in someone that size. That you can put him up there with Magic, LeBron, and Penny Hardaway in terms of those taller playmakers.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Greg. I mean, he's unique, really unique and gifted in that regard. And with all great passers, there are a couple of things they do well. One is they see a play or two ahead. They anticipate and throw the ball where it should be going, anticipating that. And the other thing is the timing with which they make their passes. It's usually right at the right time, the opportune time for a teammate to score on the catch.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
The 76ers shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Brooklyn. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The 76ers trail. They've got Howard. Actually out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Green, and it's Harris in at the 4 spot. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Here's Maxey. It's good. This game is all even.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays down.
And Harden with the stuff.
Harden is known for his creativity. Can't lose him in the screen and roll, or he'll take you to school.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for James Harden. Johnson finds Irving. Over Maxey. And he overshot that one, missing.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
And the wide open shot from Green. The 76ers again can't hit it. Nets shooting straight 49% from the field. Irving for 3. And the rebound goes to Howard. Howard's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after it. And slam dunk by Harris.
You know, sometimes it's that simple. Just get it up in the air and let Harris do the rest of the work.
The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Jeff Green on the wing. 3-pointer. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Maxey passes to Harris. To the middle. Passes it to Maxey. The 76ers need to get off a shot. With the clock winding down, it'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Dwight Howard.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Irving. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You know, I like how Irving also keeps the defense guessing, keeps them off balance, and he's so crafty and creative around the basket.
And the 76ers with some changes. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Green. Seth Curry comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And Simmons subbed in for Maxey. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Griffin comes in for Green. Luwawu is checked in for Harris. And James Harden has subbed in for Johnson.
Shots like this prove Seth Curry is unafraid when it comes to taking big shots.
And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Irving. Simmons gets a hand on it.
Well, you got to respect the athleticism and the willingness to defend that Simmons has. I mean, he's a skilled shot blocker, too.
Out to Harris to take the lead. A new 14 for the 76ers. Simmons against Harden. And Simmons slams it in.
Tell you what, if you're pulling for Ben Simmons, it's great whenever he takes over a possession like that. Killer instinct for sure.
Now, here is Harden. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
This is not unfamiliar territory for Harden. He is used to being the go-to guy, especially when his team needs a big hoop.
Irving against Simmons. There's the dish to Howard. Back to Simmons. 6 to shoot. He kicks it to Harris. Offensive rebound. Back to Simmons. Down low. Here's Howard, and it's sent back by Aldridge.
You know, over time, Aldridge has really developed into a pretty good shot blocker.
And the 76ers making a change here. Green's checked in. Then for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Aldridge. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Luawu.
And you know the ball's going to Harden when the game's tight. Terrific at delivering and producing down the stretch.
It's good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
44 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And stolen by Simmons. Now the 76ers on the break. Howard finds Simmons. The bucket is good. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Curry, wide open.
Oh, my goodness! Before the hole!
How about that?
Down it goes!
Up next, the Hawks. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
They say misery loves company, and Both teams now suffering with injuries, but in the end, it balances out.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Seth Curry is out there with Simmons. Then it's Green. Then there's Harris. And it's Howard in at the center. And for the Hawks, Young and Herter make up the back. Leonard at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5 down low.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on the defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that can lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it.
Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big man up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor, will likely be the victor.
Gallinari, he's checked in for the Hawks.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Herter passes to Young. Pass to Capella. Howard with the steal. Right side Curry. Outside Simmons. Out to Harris. 6 on the shot clock.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Here's Herter. Plays it up and banks it in.
Keeping that dribble alive, Herter does a good job of picking his way through the defense.
Simmons against Collins. And Simmons slams it in.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Young looking it over. And the 76ers with possession. Here's Curry with the 3. Rebounded by Capella. Here's Herter. Guarded by Curry. They grab their own miss. Collins in the corner. Herter with it. Capella finds Young. Back to Capella. Rejected by Harris.
Great position on that play from Tobias, challenging the shot and getting a piece of it.
And Howard with the stuff.
Yeah, and Superman taking flight for the lob finish.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Young. He sinks the 11-footer.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
And that's tough to do from the mid-range because help can come from anywhere, but he beats everyone to the punch.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Collins. The 76ers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for John Collins. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Gallinari. Tony Snell's checked in for Kevin Herter. Lou Williams is subbed in for Young. And then for Philadelphia, Scotty's checked in for Howard. Jake Milton comes in for Seth Curry. And Maxey's subbed in for Danny Green. Korkmaz, he's checked in for the 76ers. The 76ers lead. Now, here's Maxey. The dish now to Scott. 2 points. That one goes.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Here's Snell. Inside. Capella with the bucket.
Passes like this demonstrate Snell's team-first approach. He's all about getting it to the open guys.
And out of New Mexico, Tony Snell has made himself into a capable long-range marksman.
Yes, he's a guy who plays within himself, GA, stays in his lane, and knocks down perimeter shots.
Now, here's Scott. Out to the right wing. Here's Korkmaz. Bogdanovic grabs the miss. And So it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Atlanta. They trail by 1. And the basket. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call,
folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Using his athleticism in the paint, Lou beats everyone to the punch.
Now, here's Milton. Tight defense on him. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's Williams, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I love how competitive Lou Williams is. Always like seeing a small guard attack inside and draw contact.
Here's Maxey, outside Howard, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Hawks lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, they've got Korkmaz. Harris is out there with Howard. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Maxey in at the point guard. Bogdanovich dishes to Hunter. Knocked away. Clock at 6. Okongwu kicks to Williams. An easy 2 points on the layup. Williams has got the lead back up to 2 now for Atlanta.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Howard. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Gallinari, he's checked in for Okongwu. Kevin Huerter comes in for Bogdanovich. Young is subbed in for Lou Williams. And slam dunk by Harris.
He's a fluid athlete who knows what he's doing. Nice finish by Tobias Harris in transition.
So it's the Hawks now, trailing by 2. Young outside. Back to Gallinari. Passes it to Collins. Gallinari surveying the D. Young with no one around. Atlanta again missing. The 76ers have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. There's the pass to Thybulle. Outside, Green. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Young inside. Simmons is there. Gallinari left side. Here's Hunter. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
1:58 left to play here in the half. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Gallinari. Philadelphia also making some changes. Reed comes in for Harris. And it's Seth Curry in for Matisse Thybulle. The Hawks trail by 4.
And for a long time, Atlanta had been searching for a legitimate center. Seems like they found their guy in Clint Capella.
Yes, and Clint Capella is limited offensively, but that's not his job. What Clint Capella does do, he does very well. He's a terrific rebounder, and he will have a lot of room to finish at the rim, as he does with power.
Curry's shot is good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Hawks have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Simmons against Young. Collins. And finish off by Collins.
I just love Trae Young's feel for the game. Oftentimes, he can see the play develop before anyone else.
Good drive by Simmons. Howard misses.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
To the paint. Here's Capella. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Now just a 2-point Philadelphia lead.
The closer Capella is, the more effective he becomes, showing off the nice touch there.
And the rejection by Collins. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul. Some changes for Philadelphia. Mike Scott's checked in for Howard. Korkmaz comes in for Green. And Maxey subbed in for Simmons. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Young kicks to Capella. Pass to Herter. Curry with the steal. To the inside. Curry on the wing. Lots of room. That one good for 2. Curry's got 4 points now in the quarter. Young with the ball. He got it up. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They didn't get more than a one-possession. And
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We have seen an exceptional performance from Dwight Howard.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back. And it's Capella in at the center filling out the middle.
His moves get Trae inside. He's able to take the shot despite the aggressive deep.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. The 76ers leading by 4. And here is Simmons. He has 5. Dishes it to Howard. Outside Curry. Back to Howard. 5 on the clock. Fires for 3. And the 76ers get it back. And Simmons is right there. Simmons got the lead up to 6 now for Philadelphia.
Intent on keeping that possession alive. Simmons uses his height to his advantage.
Pass to Herter. Back to Young. To the middle. Here's Capella. Oh, that was something else.
A big who lives inside. Capella knows he's a center. He knows he makes his living off scoring close in against that good D.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Then for the 76ers, Scotty's checked in for Howard. Korkmaz comes in for Green, and Maxey's subbed in for Simmons. Now, here's Maxey. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Passes it to Curry. Taken away. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Here's Maxey. And the layup's good off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 2.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Williams passes to Bogdanovich. The kick out to Williams. 5 to shoot. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
The thing about Lou Williams, he sort of glides around, then suddenly he hits the turbojet.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the 3rd here. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mention. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. And then for Philadelphia, Howard comes in for Mike Scott. And Simmons subbed in for Maxey.
A player like Lou Williams is so valuable. He's an exceptional producer your team can rally around.
In the corner, Reed with it. Now the pass to Milton. Unable to get that one. Good work defensively by Capella. Williams for 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Howard's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. No good from Simmons. For Atlanta, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Even though Tony Snell is an efficient shooter, he's never finished a season scoring in double figures.
Tobias Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Yeah, easy call.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Okongwu comes in for Clint Capella. And it's DeAndre Hunter in for Tony Snell. Scotty's checked in for Philadelphia. Williams dishes to Bogdanovich. Back to Williams. So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. And that one falls for Williams.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Danny Green, he's checked in for Korkmaz. 54 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Simmons. Milton trying to break free. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Simmons. Williams against Simmons. Williams in the post. He's got 18.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
Pass to Milton. And he dunks it down.
And passes like that demonstrate the winning mindset Simmons has. A guy that wants to get his team involved.
Williams passes to Okongwu. Back to Williams. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Simmons. Okongwu grabs the board.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
It's been all about Lou Williams for Atlanta. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. Right back after this break. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Maxey out there with Shake Milton. Then it's Mike Scott. Then it's Green, and it's Harris in at the 4 slot. Williams can't hit. 76ers trailing. Curry with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. Pass to Maxey. Now here is Harris. D right on him. And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul. And the 76ers making a change here. Korkmaz is checked in. Harris has gone 1 of 3 on the night. Now Williams. Goes up on the block. And it's in off the backboard. Williams has got the lead up to 3 now for the Hawks.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Stolen away. Fast break, the Hawks. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. Free throw good, Bogdanovich. Shooting. And so he makes both from the line. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And then for Philadelphia, Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Scott. Reed comes in for Harris. And Simmons subbed in for Maxey. And stolen by Simmons. Here's Howard. Tried to tip it in, but couldn't quite get it. The Hawks leading by 5. Here's Young. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Look at the pass from Hunter, wanting to get his teammates involved.
Picked away. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. It's Young on the wing. Reed covering. Here's Capella. And it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing.
Fires from the corner. Up again. And Howard with the second chance points.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Young passes to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Doesn't get any easier than this. Capella's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
No good from Simmons. The Hawks leading by 7. Collins kicks to Hunter. The Hawks working the ball around, and the dunk by Capella.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
And then Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
Young passes to Capella. Outside Collins. And finished off by Collins.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
And finished off by Collins.
The power and the tenacity that this kid shows, Collins not to be denied.
Tony Snell's checked in for the Hawks. Then for the 76ers, Tobias Harris is checked in for Reed, and it's Green and for Korkmaz. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Snell from outside. And he makes the first.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot-blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
The 76ers trail by 12. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And he can't get the first one.
The first pick in the 2016 NBA draft, Simmons has been a phenomenal addition to our league.
No way he is happy with himself right now. He knows he has to knock every shot down at this point in the game.
Young against Simmons. Young dishes to Collins. Back to Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And too long on the shot. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Hawks leading by 11.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Atlanta.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Lou Williams.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And they'd love to cut this deficit down to single digits. And Simmons kicks to Harris. And the 3 off target.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Rebounded by Howard.
It's just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
And you know, disappointment starts to set in a little bit. You fought all night, just wasn't meant to be.
Here's Snell, guarded by Kerr. Snell, the pass to Herter. Young from deep three-point range. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
He's calm, he's confident. Young has that it factor.
And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
Thank you.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting five. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for a look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back, and it's Capella in its center. And for Brooklyn, we've got Jordan. Green is out there with Harris. Then there's Irving, and it's Harden in at point guard. Now, here is Harden, and Harden with the stop.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Young outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Here's Herter. James Harden picking up that last basket. And Young, here we go. Capella kicks to Hunter, fires the 3. They get it again.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Now, here is Harden. Pass to Harris. Back to Harden. Pops it up for Jordan.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Young passes to Capella, and Jordan sends it back.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
4 on the shot clock. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Young dishes to Capella. Rebound, Brooklyn. Here's Irving. Green breaking loose. A nice shot by Irving.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Young, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And although he's smaller, Young willing to battle inside and shows you he can score through contact.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And here's Harden. Jordan up top. Back to Harden.
Couldn't quite get that one. 4 for 5.
Hawks have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Hurt, covered by Irving. And the dunk by Capella.
And how about his athleticism? For a big man, Capella is able to make plays above the rim.
Irving drives in, and the basket is good. Irving's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Young, no good. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Harden. Irving's got 6.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Now, here is Young. 5 points in the game. Pass to Collins. Inside. Here's Capella. No good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Here's Irving. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Brown is checked in for Brooklyn. And a change for the Hawks. Lou Williams is checked in for Trae Young. The Hawks trail by 5. Here's Hunter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Irving with the steal. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
But what a wizard Kyrie is in the open floor. Utilizes his speed to help create open shots in transition. That's beautiful.
Williams. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Well, Lou Williams has talked openly about the fact that because he's come off the bench most of his career, it has probably extended and lengthened that career. Interesting stuff.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Griffin in for Harris.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Williams, and it's in there.
Well, if Lou Williams is in pick and roll, you know he's thinking score first. Nicely done.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Irving with the ball. 12 points for him. Shoots from the baseline. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Here's Williams. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets bringing... Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us about others setting him up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Of course, playing off the ball is something that I'm comfortable doing. Like I'm able to.
giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
On the court for Atlanta, they've got Tony Snell. Okongwu is out there with Gallinari. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Williams at the point.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
Williams attacking. Lays it up off the glass. Williams has got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, the dribble drive by Lou Williams, such a special aspect to what he does.
Here's Irving. Claxton controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Claxton's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Snell, the pass to Okongwu. To the paint. And Brown over to help. Here's Bogdanovich. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Well, it's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
Irving. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Irving's got 16 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Williams against Irving. And it goes down 2 points.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Nets leading by 7. Outside Irving. From deep three-point range. No look there. Miss number 4 in 12 tries. Hawks have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. It's Williams with the drive. That one misses. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Brown right side. And finished off by Brown.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Brown against Williams. And that one drops for him. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from 3 and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having a guard the three-point line.
Pass to Snell. 1:32 left to play in the first half. The kick out to Williams. Gallinari down low. Brown on him. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip end.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Down low. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Well, Kyrie Irving, if you're open, he will find you. This guy is a scorer, but he understands others have got to come along with him.
Here's Snell, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Okongwu kicks to Williams. That one, no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris is checked in for Blake Griffin. And it's James Harden in for Irving. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Young inside, guarded by Harden. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Young.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
The three from Harden. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets headed to... Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 18 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And that'll...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
They've got Harris, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Green, and it's Jordan in its center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Nets leading by 5. To the inside. Here's Harris, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Boy, you love the willingness of Joe Harris to mix it up. There's a physicality to his game that might surprise you.
That's good from Harris. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders. Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's Harden. Here's Jordan. Tries again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, DeAndre Jordan's a problem because if he gets that close, you know the defense has to commit to him.
And that one misses.
2 shots.
Good on the second free throw. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Now Young. He's got 9. To the middle. It's tipped. Capella dishes to Young. 6 to shoot. Over Irving. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not.
Well, Joe Harris known as a shooter, but make no mistake, this guy will mix it up on the glass. Great offensive rebound right there.
Here's Young. Up and in on the layup. Young's got 13.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Now, here is Young. 13 points in the game. Count that one.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
And here's Harden. Here's Jordan. Count that one. He has 5.
Well, that's interesting. Out in space, the defender challenging DeAndre Jordan's shot. Makes some contact, but it doesn't bother him.
Young taking his time here. Herter passes to Young. And it's blocked by Jordan. Outside Irving. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Irving's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
You know this. Kyrie Irving, when he has the hot hand, is lethal. On a night-by-night basis, he is an absolute matchup nightmare.
The 10-footer. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. Young's got 10 points here in the second half.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Herter passes to Young. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries. Harden the pass to Harris. Here's Harden on the wing. It's good. At that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
The Hawks trail by 9. 55 seconds left in the third. Young passes to Herter. Back to Young. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
To the left side wing. Collins kicks to Young. Lobbed up there for Collins. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
Harden, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. The Nets have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Harden hits them both.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Young with the ball. The teardrop falls in. Young's got 23 points.
And nice little floater right there. Give Young credit. He's developed the shots he needs to overcome his size limitations.
And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams play. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Hawks. Gallinari is out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Williams. Then it's Trey Young. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward. Young against Harden. Capella, the pass to Williams. Kicks to Young. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Got to be careful in how you're going to guard Young. He often seeks out contact and really forces the issue.
And so Young nails them both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Harden outside. And Harden with the stuff.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Young, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And the second season for Trey Young, just unreal. Pulling off amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how good do you think he can be?
You know, Kevin, Young will be viewed as a top point guard in this league for a long time. When it's all said and done, might be one of the best point guards in league history. Certainly is on his way to being one of the best shooters to ever play.
Young finds Bogdanovich. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. The 3. And it's James Harden with the rebound.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
A shake. Another shot. In the corner, it's Harris. Goes up on the wing. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
It's deflected, and they're able to recover. Count that one, and the Nets' lead has been cut to just 7 on the basket from Capella.
And they have picked it up offensively here in the second half. Ball movement, getting high percentage shots, you can definitely see a difference. And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Young outside. It's stolen. And now Harris running the floor all by himself. Drops in the tray off the fast break. And it's a 12-point Brooklyn lead.
We all know Joe Harris is a dead-eye shooter from distance who helps space the floor. What a look. Boy, what a job defensively. You couldn't play that any better.
The Nets have gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's Williams. A rebound by the Nets. Here's Harden on the wing, defended by Young. Harden outside. Shot clock at 6. Shoots. Offensive rebound.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Here's Williams. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter. And the pass to Young. The dish to Capella. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Harden against Young. Harden missing again. And it's the Hawks ball. They trail by 14. Williams for 3. Out to Gallinari. They need this one. Young with no one around. The Hawks again can't hit. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Nets. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Harden has a wide open look. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the Nets lead by 16. Young outside. Over Harden. No good. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for... Hi, and welcome everyone here on 2K. Quite a few injuries here between the two teams. 5 players out tonight.
5 players unavailable tonight. A lot of minutes and shots to go around.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. They've got Curry. Harris is out there with Howard. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Green in at the 3 spot. And for Brooklyn, Green is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Irving in at the 2 guard.
And Harden has such a nasty pump fake. It works every time on defenders, and the rest is relatively simple for him.
And last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
Now here's Simmons. Over Harden. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
I mean, at almost 7 feet tall, Simmons is hard to contain. The defense has to push him farther away.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double-digit assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help.
Axie's checked in for Ben Simmons, and he comes up with the deuce.
And the feel Irving has for the mid-range game, effective at working this area of the court.
Now, here's Maxey. About a minute played so far here in the first. Can't connect from short range. Brooklyn with the ball. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Irving.
This is what a leader does. Irving, good at sharing the wealth and getting his teammates going.
Here's Curry. Green with the rebound. On the way, Harris. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. And now Philadelphia on the break. Harris has got the ball. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
With broad shoulders and a solid upper body strength. Now, Harris is lethal around the rim.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Now, here's Maxey, guarded by Harden. Count it.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Harden. And it's sent back by Howard.
Howard, one of the most feared rim protectors in the league.
Pass to Maxey. Right side Curry. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Harden. No problem on the jumper in close. Harden's got 5 now. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
The 76ers trail by 3. And here's Matt. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go hard. Oh, it's going to take more than that to stop Howard. He's excellent at fighting off the defense.
Passes to Jordan. 1:04 left in the first quarter. Harris. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Harris has got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, I'm surprised that D isn't respecting his mid-range game more. They ought to be. I bet you they will be soon.
Howard against Jordan. Howard's shot is good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. On the wing, Irving. With some arc, he lays it in.
And the incredible touch on the floater. Irving has this shot down to a science. That's just terrific release.
Now, here's Maxey, guarded closely. Green with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. Nets leading by 3. And they go to the intentional foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And a new group in for the Nets. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Blake Griffin comes in for Green. Luwawu is checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for James Harden. And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
Incredible concentration from the Australian. Even when you body Simmons up, he's great at powering through.
Outside Irving. Got it up. And that one released in time, but no good. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
Taking a look at the 76ers, they've got Korkmaz. Shake Milton is out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Scott, and it's Thibault in at the small forward. Griffin kicks to Aldridge. No good, shot missing. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Here's Milton. No good with the triple. Nets leading by 4. Brown the pass to Irving. And it's blocked by Scott. Thibault on the wing. Got a piece of it. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Tries from 10. And he gets the bucket. Simmons got 6. The Nets have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter.
And everyone wants Simmons to add a consistent outside jump shot. But while that's a work in progress, he does just fine at the rim. An incredibly adept finisher up close.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
James Harden, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
And see, Webb, as you said with Simmons, when he's going at the rim, he's as good as it gets.
Oh, yeah, Gio. Great blend of size, speed, and strength. He controls his body to create space. He can lay it up from unorthodox angles with ease. Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
Harden surveying the D. Pass to Griffin. He kicks it to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Simmons. Thibault, the pass to Simmons. Makes it off the glass. Simmons got the lead up to 2 now for the 76ers.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Inside. And stolen by Scott. Pushing it up. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Howard's checked in for Scott. Tobias Harris comes in for Korkmaz. And it's Seth Curry in for Shake Milton. Now here's Harden. He's got 7. Will it go? And again, no good by Brooklyn. The 76ers leading by 5 to the paint. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
Flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a coach crazy.
So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Blake Griffin. Then for the 76ers, Green comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And Maxey subbed in for Ben Simmons.
The ability of Harden to shift gears, exceptional. He can turn on the Jets off the bounce.
A minute 42 left in the first half. The pass to Maxey. 5 on the clock. Curry with it. And it's Harden picking him up. Here's Howard. The 76ers with another miss. Nets trail by 3. Harden outside. Shoots over Curry. Harden dishes to Jordan. And Harris wide open. He shoots. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
The drive by Jordan. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Now just a 1-point 76ers lead.
A comfort zone of Jordan's. The closer he is to the rim, the more efficient he becomes.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half of the game. And contact on the shot. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Harden. He feeds it to Jordan. Back to Harden. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Irving for 3. It's good on the putback. And the Nets lead by 1. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
And there's Howard. That's good on the assist from Simmons. Howard's got 8 points.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. Their biggest deficit was 6 points. And
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Johnson, Aldridge out there with Green, then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Luwawu in at the small forward position. On the wing, Irving is guarded by Howard. They get it back. Second shot opportunity, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Harris.
Okay, nice move by Griffin. Give this guy credit. He's added so many moves to his game.
Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
He'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Mike Scott's checked in for Howard. Korkmaz comes in for Green, and it's Shake Milton in for Seth Curry. James Harden, he's checked in for the Nets. Reed, he's checked in for the 76ers. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
This is why you must get Simmons out the paint, because he's fantastic when it comes to dunking.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Ooh, the one-hand tomahawk, guys. Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, they got the entire bench up right there as they saw that and out of their chairs. Here's Simmons, and again, it's Philadelphia.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Harden against Simmons. Harden the pass to Griffin. On the wing, Irving. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Aldridge over Milton. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Terrific at just being aggressive. Aldridge excels at putting pressure on the D and getting the call.
And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Now Milton still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Simmons dishes to Scott. 6 to shoot. Here's Milton, and the layup's good off the glass.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's Harden. Milton trying to break free. Harden, no good. The 76ers leading by 3. Milton with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively, and now they decide to foul intentionally. Brooklyn making some changes. Green, he's checked in for Griffin, and it's Brown in for Kyrie Irving. And then for Philadelphia, Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Scott. Harris comes in for Reed, and Maxey's subbed in for Simmons. Luwawu, the pass to Aldridge. And Aldridge slams it in.
And this is the power you like seeing from Aldridge, leaving no room for error with that flush.
Now, here's Maxey. There's 1:38 left in the third quarter. The 76ers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
So for the Nets, Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro, and it's Tyler Johnson in for James Harden. Johnson inside. The offensive rebound. The kick out to Brown. Harris against Green. It's stolen by Milton. And now the 76ers on the break. He's looking for Howard and finds him. And the layup falls. Howard's got 10.
Love the focus from Howard. So excellent at draining difficult shots over the defense.
Johnson surveying the floor. Aldridge's shot is good.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
The 76ers lead. Here's Maxey. 5 points in the game. Pass to Howard. The dish to Harris. Howard in the post. Aldridge on him. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Throughout his career, Howard has dominated the boards. The size, touch, and timing he possesses, just a lethal concoction.
Out to Harris. It's Brown on the wing. The feed to Aldridge. Second chance shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Aldridge has got 8 points in the quarter.
Oh, he's got a role in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
And here's Maxey. High post, Howard. Over to the left wing. With 1 on the clock. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Nets. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Maxey out there with Curry. Then it's Reed. And it's Green. And it's Scott in at the center, locking down the middle. Johnson goes in. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Maxey passes to Reed. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possessions. I mean, turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving comes in for Johnson. And that's an intentional foul. And some changes here for the 76ers. Howard's checked in for Scott. Tobias Harris comes in for Reed. And it's Ben Simmons in for Maxey. Harris finds Jordan. Back to Harris to take the lead. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Nets lead by 3.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just trying to keep the momentum now. And that's easier said than done.
Howard, that's good.
You can't leave anyone uncovered around Simmons. I mean, he's fantastic at seeing when one of his guys is open.
Here's Irving, and the shot is good.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score.
The try by Simmons. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
What athleticism from the young guard. Simmons is excellent at cutting into the heart of the defense.
And the first one at the line is good. Mike Scott's checked in for the 76ers. Both good from the line that time. The Nets with the lead. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. At the elbow, Griffin down low. Irving against Curry. Shot clock at 6. A nice shot by Irving.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Simmons with it. He's picked up by Jordan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, it's clear Simmons is a good player. He's 6'10", a guard, can pass the ball, move the ball, great vision. It's a no-brainer that he's been compared to Magic Johnson and LeBron.
Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for the Nets. James Harden comes in for Brown. Curry against Irving. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Outside, Simmons. Left side, Scott. Outside for Simmons. Curry with a wide open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Curry's got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Harden dishes to Jordan. Shoots from 14, and they pick up 2. Irving's got 6 in the quarter.
Irving continues to bury big shot after big shot. He just has a knack of stepping up in crucial moments.
2 minutes. And Simmons gets to Green. Back to Simmons. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Mike Howard's checked in for Mike Scott. Nets have gotten it done so far from the field here in the 4th, going 6 for 7. On the wing, Irving, guarded by Curry. The kick out to Irving. Feeds to Jordan. Shot clock at 3. Here's Harden. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Howard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Curry, and he banks in the layup.
Improving his floor awareness. Howard has a decent sense for when his guys are open.
And for Brooklyn, their shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Here's Irving, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
So for the Nets, Jeff Green is checked in for Griffin. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And the 76ers also making a change. Shake Milton is checked in for Danny Green. And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
Demonstrating how valuable he is in the clutch. Simmons is calm, cool, and collected in these moments.
Harden outside. And it's blocked by Simmons. They get it back, and they get it back. Harris passes to Curry. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Simmons inside, guarded by Harden, and slam dunk by Harris.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Harden outside. Simmons with the rebound, and they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Outside Curry, and now we've got the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2.
Yeah, he was the 19th pick in the 2011 NBA draft. I mean, Harris entered the league after a quality year as a Tennessee Volunteer. And it's going to come down to a 3-point attempt. I mean, what a huge moment to come through at the line.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They trail by 3. Just 2 seconds left in the 4th. Guys, what do you think?
and they need a 3 to tie. But look, they've got enough time here to find a good look. They can run a play off the inbound, make sure they get it in the hands of their best shooter.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself.
CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A look from above the incredible City Hall building here at our broadcast locations. We are,
Hey, Kevin, with
growing together and staying healthy. Two important parts. Thanks, DA. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back. And it's Capella in at the center. And for Philadelphia, Tobias Harris is out there with Howard. Then it's Green. Then, oh, the power on that Pruden!
real.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he sees it.
And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Here's Young. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
And Bones, with that Clint Capella trade last year to the Hawks, a bit of a surprise to many, but the Hawks were able to land a young and talented center.
And maybe GA the perfect fit for how it is that their team is constructed around Trae Young. Capella's going to be that pick and roll option, can finish above the rim, and is a good defender to protect the guys on the defensive end.
Here's Simmons. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Simmons got 6 points.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Young looking around. Capella, the pass to Young. Capella inside. Guarded by Simmons. Goes back up. And Capella with the layup.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
And it's Simmons penetrating. Here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Young against Howard. Good.
Well, this guy keeps learning from each and every coverage on the pick and roll. Trae Young getting some serious chops playing out of that set.
Simmons with it, and guarded by Capella. Howard, the pass to Green. Unloads from 9. Rebound by the Hawks.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Outside Collins. And stolen by Simmons. The drive by Green. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Young outside. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Capella, the pass to Herter for the 3. And Simmons with the rebound. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. And here's Harris from the arc. He can't get that one. And Atlanta will come the other way. Here's Hunter. Banked in off the glass.
Well, Hunter getting out in transition, finds some space, and then finishes around the rim.
1:19 left to play in the first. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Whistle blows, basket is good. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Over in the corner, Williams from the arc. Milton grabs the board.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one. He'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Young's shot is good.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
With the combination of strength and size, Simmons throws it down with ease.
Gets it off, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Okongwu is out there with Gallinari. Then there's Bogdanovich. Then there's Tony Snell. And it's Williams at the point. Here's Scott poked loose. Gallinari with the steal. And here we go again. Atlanta on the break. It's good. Williams has got the lead up to 1 now for the Hawks.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the 76ers. Curry comes in for Shake Milton.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA, just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Bogdanovich dishes to Okongwu. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Curry is inside, working on Williams. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Howard.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Outside Bogdanovich. Back to Williams. Snell the pass to Okongwu. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it, and he makes good on the layup. Curry's got his second bucket.
Well, that's why they're in front. Now, aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Williams against Scott. 3-pointer. Snell. The Hawks again can't hit. Curry on the wing. Howard. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Now it's a 7-point Philadelphia lead.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the foul called on Korkmaz. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Philadelphia. Tobias Harris is checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Korkmaz. And it's Ben Simmons in for Maxey. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Collins comes in for Gallinari. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Tony Snell. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bogdanovich. And Simmons slams it in.
Crafty and smooth. Simmons tearing up the nets. He is definitely a rising star. Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Williams dishes to Collins. It's stolen by Green. And Simmons kicks to Green. Back to Simmons. A minute 42 left to play in the first half. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. That's tipped, just 4 to shoot. Harris's shot is off. The Hawks trail by 9. Here's Herter. Capella, the pass to Hunter. Some solid defense from Harris. And the 76ers with possession. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Curry finds Simmons. And Curry has it in the corner. Back to Simmons. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game. Throws it up high. Now here is Harris. He feeds it to Scott. Out to Harris. No one near him. Misses off the right iron.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Here's Herter. That 3 off the mark. The 76ers leading by 9. Harris passes to Simmons. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Collins.
And sometimes you have no chance at stopping Simmons from the interior. Just a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
And the 76ers making a change here. Milton's checked in. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Young's checked in. Kicks to Collins. It's Young on the wing, guarded by Green. Here's Young. In the corner, Collins with it. No good on the last second attempt there. And so
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. Ben Simmons had it going on in the first quarter. He had 20 points, 2 steals. That's all for now.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
They've got Harris. Curry is out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Howard. And it's Green in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Howard kicks to Curry. From outside, off the mark.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And there's the pass to Capella. Young outside, fires the 3. Ben Simmons with the rebound. Philadelphia leading by 9. Here's Curry out to Harris. From past the arc. Green dishes to Simmons. Back to Green. Curry on the wing. They get it back. And Howard with the second chance points.
I like how hard he's working on the glass. A strong big man who is excellent at coming up with second chance opportunities.
Young, right side. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue, and quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. We saw it then.
He's a good mind, and man knows what he's talking about.
The kick out to Young. Here's the three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Howard's got 5 rebounds tonight.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Back to Curry. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Herter. That one's not going to go. And it's Philadelphia the other way.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And how about his athleticism? For a big man, Capella is able to make plays above the rim.
Howard, the pass to Simmons. And oh, here we go. Young's got it, the fast break chance. And it's sent back by Howard.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Curry can't get it to go.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Here's Young. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though. And I think for years to come, you're going to be talking about the draft that Trae Young was involved in as the picks got swapped. One franchise getting their guy, and this team finding Trae Young. And he's been a blessing for where they need to go.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Young. That shot misses. And Philadelphia the other way now.
But his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it. Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The 76ers shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Here's Milton. And a miss there off the inbound. The Hawks trail by 14.
Kick it out, man. Kick it out.
Here's O'Connell. That was something else.
Gallinari at that size can do a little bit of everything, and I like to see him dishing the rock.
For Atlanta, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Now, here's Maxey. He's guarded closely, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Williams up on top. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. 76ers on top. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the Hawks, We've got Bogdanovich. Gallinari is out there with Okongwu. Then there's Tony Snell, and it's Williams at the point guard. Milton with it. Here's Howard, and it's blocked. Outside Williams. To the inside. And Okongwu slams it in.
He's so dangerous as a scorer. Lou Williams can recognize when there's openings. This time it was a teammate.
Maxey passes to Korkmaz. He kicks to Howard. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Inside. And he uses the glass on the layup.
I don't know how many times even Dwight Howard feels the contact down there, but it happens often. He converts despite it.
Here's Thibault. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Scotty's checked in for Dwight Howard. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. And stolen by Scott. And here they come. Here's Thibault. Yes, that goes in. And the 76ers lead by 15. Now Williams. They get a hand on it. And stolen by Thibault. And here we go again. The 76ers on the break. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And the officials call it for a 3-second violation. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Harris is checked in for Furkan Korkmaz. Green comes in for Shake Milton. Curry's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And Simmons subbed in for Maxey. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. John Collins, he's checked in for Gallinari. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Bogan Bogdanovich. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Tony Snell. And Trae Young subbed in for Williams. And it's Simmons penetrating. And stolen by Hunter. And now Young running the floor all by himself.
Trae Young might be the last guy in this offense that you want to lose sight of.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. To the middle. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Young passes to Huerter. Young outside, beyond the arc. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
Using a quick, compact release, Trae Young, very difficult to guard.
Simmons looking it over. Left side, Harris. Simmons left side. Back to Harris. Clock at 6. Outside for Simmons. Atlanta with the rebound. Capella's got 11 rebounds in the game. Huerter passes to Young. Outside Collins. Back to Young. Lets it go from deep. Rejected by Harris.
Every so often, Tobias Harris showing you something defensively, and great timing to throw that one away.
Howard's checked in for the 76ers. Young's shot is off.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
And they double up Simmons. They kick it out to Green. The 76ers need to get off a shot. And here's Harris from the arc. Drills it from outside.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Philadelphia.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Ben Simmons.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Outside Howard. It's Curry outside. Knocks down the three ball. And the 76ers lead by 18.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation. Always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. And coming down the tunnel, an opportunity here at the home. And let's check out the injury report. 5 players unavailable tonight.
5 players scratched from the game. If you're one of the healthy players, you're going to get all you can eat.
So the Nets starting 5. They've got Green, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Jordan, and it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back, and it's Capella in at the 5.
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
Young against Harden. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Was that beautiful?
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Now, here is Young. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
The pass to Green. Back to Harden. Nobody near Irving. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
You know, that goes back, I think, to playing with LeBron in their Cleveland days. Kyrie learned how to operate without the ball some.
Trae Young again. Young's got 6 points.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And, you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lessons. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
The Nets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Irving for 3. Another miss by Irving.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
And what I admire about Hunter is that opportunistic attitude. This kid just makes things happen.
Now, here is Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Here's Young. 6 points for him. To the paint. Capella, the pass to Herter. Back to Capella. 3 on the clock. Here's Collins. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Right there on display for you was Clint Capella's continuing growth offensively. Eyes up, ready to make the next pass before he got the ball.
He kicks to Hunter. And there's 1:45 left here in the first quarter. Capella inside, guarded by Harden. Capella with the bucket.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Capella against Harden. To halt the run, and he lays it up and in. Harden's got his second basket.
Well, I tell you what, with Harden, sometimes it seems the more the defense bodies him up, the more determined and effective he is in scoring.
Here's Herter. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. Kept alive. Jordan kicks to Irving. Off target from three-point range.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Here is Harden. After the made shot from John Collins. Bucket is good. Harden's got 6.
You know, tremendous and wonderful balance from Harden. This dude could have been a running back of the highest caliber with his size, dexterity, and balance. never lets the defense get him out of his rhythm.
Here's Young, and again it's Atlanta.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
And stolen by Harris. The finish and the jam by Harden.
You cannot afford to be careless around Harris. He's very capable of swiping the ball away if you are.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Brooklyn now, we've got LaMarcus Aldridge on out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Griffin, and it's Claxton in at the 4. Now, here is Irving. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like John Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. The shot, no good. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. The shot by Okongwu, no good. Nets trail by 4. Here's Claxton. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. They've only given up 1 point in the second quarter. That one coming at the line. Snell, that's good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Gallinari with the rebound.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Williams in the post. Brown on him. Snell dishes to Okongwu. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And it's an 8-point Atlanta lead.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here. One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Irving against Williams. There's the dish to Snell. With the teardrop, he takes it up and lays it in. Snell's got the lead up to 8 now for Atlanta.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
That doesn't go in either for Irving. And here is Okongwu. Kicks it to Snell. Passes it to Okongwu. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Now here's Irving. The second chance effort. No good off the back of the rim.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Williams against Brown. The putback. It's hauled in by Claxton. Nets trail by 10. Aldridge drives in. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu. Brooklyn shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Well, I love his stroke. Aldridge has a sweet stroke and continues to produce a nightly double-double threat. Doesn't mind being the focal point of the offense.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's James Harden in for Kyrie Irving.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And the basket by Harden.
And you know, the thing about Harden, crafty in the paint, he really finds angles and avenues to get the shots he wants when you don't think there's any angle or avenue to find.
Now, here is Young. He's got 10.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Harden against Young. Harden's shot is off. The Hawks leading by 10. 27 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Young. Pass to Herter and taken away by Brown. In transition, here come the Nets. Harris has got the ball. It's good.
Yeah, you know, it's all about running the right set. And right there, Harris does just that to capitalize.
Herter passes to Young. A floater. Count that bucket. Young's got the lead. Back up to 10 now for the Hawks.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
And Harden is a smart player. I mean, when the defense isn't right on him, he makes them pay. Love seeing him shoot that pull-up.
And so it's Atlanta heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the... We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He had 14 points. And that should do.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Clint Capella is out there with Collins, and it's Young in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Shot clock at 6. Herter passes to Capella. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is good. Capella's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Hawks.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well. Knifing through the defense like warm butter on a biscuit. Irving knows how to get to the rim.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. A putback, great positioning on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 7.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Harden. And it's good for 2. Harden's got 19 points.
Man, it's always fun watching Harden get going. I mean, he can spray you from outside or slay you from inside. And it's usually pick your poison.
Young with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. And Young kicks to Hunter. And Young, here we go. And it's blocked by Jordan. And now the fast break, Irving with the ball. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Harris has got 5 now.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Young with the ball. He's got 14. To the inside. Here's Capella. Lays it up and banks it in. Capella's got 6 points in the quarter. Here is Harden. 4-point game. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Tips it up, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Herder passes to Young. Fade away. Here's Capella. Count the basket and the foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Clint Capella has what we call raw strength. And because of that, he's able to play through contact and score the ball.
And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for John Collins. Gallinari comes in for Hunter. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. Lou Williams is subbed in for Trae Young. Then for the Nets, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Here's Brown, and it's good. 2 points.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
The Hawks leading by 3. Williams looking over the floor. Teardrop shot. Here's Capella. Rebounded by the Nets.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Here's Irving. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. 9 points in the game so far.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunity.
So savvy inside for a player of his size and tough. Williams will do whatever it takes.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Irving's got 12.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Williams dishes to Gallinari. Pass to Capella. Williams up on top. Guarded by Harris. Williams kicks to Bogdanovic. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Harris looking it over. Down low, deflects the pass. Gallinari with the steal. Now Okongwu. Gallinari down low, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
Yeah, that's how it looked to me, and that's the call we should see here, but no harm in going back to the footage and making absolutely certain.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. On out there with Harden. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the 4-man position. Gallinari outside. Harden against Williams. Inside, Capella. Griffin with some nice D. And so Aldridge will bring it up for the Nets, trailing by 4. And the jam by Harden.
Now, you can't sleep on this guy's finishing ability. He loves getting room to throw it down on you. And he'll put you in a poster if you let him.
Williams against Harden. Shots good by Williams.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Here's Harden. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Gallinari finds Snell. Now the pass to Williams. Double team on Williams. Three-pointers. Snell. And the rebound goes to Griffin. Nets trail by 4. To the paint. Here's Brown. And finished off by Brown.
Aldridge keeps his head up and his options open. He's a team-oriented guy with a good basketball IQ. Excellent pass.
Williams in the post, guarded by Harden. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Claxton the pass to Harden. Over Williams. To tie it up. And there's the nice layup by Griffin. Griffin's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunities.
Snell dishes to Williams. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, I tell you what, Kevin, every year it seems like Williams draws more fouls per minute. Man, he's a very savvy offensive talent.
Atlanta making some changes. John Collins, he's checked in for Gallinari. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Bogdanovich. And Trae Young subbed in for Tony Snell. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Aldridge. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Harris is checked in for Blake Griffin. And Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Young with no one around. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Nets have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Harden kicks to Harris. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. And Capella sends it back.
This is the real strength of Capella's game now. Outstanding at using his length and athleticism to block shots.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Atlanta.
2 minutes.
Harden surveying the D. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Two on the clock. Here's Irving. He claims that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Irving's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets. That has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Young against Harden. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. It's Harden with the drive. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Harden. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And now a 4-point Nets lead. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Nets?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Just 5 to shoot. Young, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Harden can't hit. Here's the Hawks with the ball. 4-point game. Young drives in. It counts. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes. This is exactly what happens when you allow James Harden to heat up.
32 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
And here's Young from the arc. Jacks up a three. Jordan with the rebound. Now here's Harden. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.